Well, hello everyone. Welcome on in. You're watching Hypocritic GG streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Muslim, call me Cheatspeak, and you read the description. Maybe you read the title. We were going to be sitting here playing TFT all afternoon by ourselves regardless, so might as well boot them on up, ladies and gentlemen, and do it with all of you. Nice to see you. Daylight in the background. That's weird. Streaming in the afternoon. What am I, some kind of weekend schlub? This is the first weekend I've had where I'm just sitting in the apartment doing nothing in literally months. Sarah's on call, no trips, nothing planned, nothing going on, not traveling somewhere. This is delightful. I'm beside myself with joy. So we're coming to you now, and we're going to play ourselves a little bit of TFT for you. We're going to be grinding in that ranked queue for a while. You can see we're at gold 3, low end of gold 3. It's been fluctuating around there for a while. We're just going to play a few games today. I don't know when you're watching this. I can't tell you what to do. And we're just going to have at it. Follow along if you're so inclined. It's a semi-casual sort of stream where, like, we're trying, but we're not, you know, super optimizing every single tiny little thing that we can do. So, you know, backseating is not encouraged. And you know, you suck, why didn't you XYZ? Or why didn't you do XYZ? Not helpful. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, we're just gonna play through. I was sorting through because I was doing a little cleaning today, and you know, Riftbound cards abound. So that's what I found, my one Hextech gauntlets that I have for the Nun Vi that I play, and that's fun because there's a regional qualifier going on right now, or there was, in Utrecht, out there in, I believe, Germany, or wherever Utrecht actually is. And we're going to be at the one in Hartford next weekend. So the rifting never stops, seemingly. Did I cue in the right thing? I did. Okay. So let's get that full screen. It's a very clumsy windowing solution, which I've always kind of hated. Thankfully, I do know that, you know, they had announced that they're moving the TFT client onto Unreal Engine, I believe, with the next set at some point. So that's very encouraging. Okay. So let's get in here. We got Poppy granting 2 component anvils up top. We've streamed TFT a few times coming into this, so hopefully it's not like brand new to you. If it is, we can, you know, kind of talk through how a lot of this works. Oh, what happened? Are we good? Are we all here? Of course. The second I try to actually play this, my everything conks out on me. That's good. How can I fix this? Did we fix it? I think we did. One of my adapters has a very fun habit of just like doing exactly that, hiccuping, like completely disconnecting everything, resetting itself. So you saw that in action. I have no idea what that looked like. That was fun. Okay, where are we here? We've got some stuff coming up. I'm waiting to see what full stack we have before the component anvil, and that really distracted me. So I have no idea what I've got or where. I don't know. Let's get her there. Let's get a rogue. Let's get Caitlyn in back to start. Probably not using you, or do I want a shepherd? I don't know. I got really discombobulated by that. Let's see what we're doing. We also have a beverage here since it's the weekend. Guinness Zero, though, my new absolute favorite thing in the world. It's delightful. Okay. 2 copies of a random 2-cost champion. Rabadon's Death Cap. Random artifact. Oh, these are all good. These are all really good. I mean, that's a lot of artifacts. We kind of have to, right? Talons up. That's good. That is Flicker Blades. Anyone with magic I can call upon? Not really.
Let's go.
We're just going to get really aggressive right off the bat, I guess. Spirit Visage on you. What do we got anvil-wise? Gloves. Can we go for some attack here? We can. And then we'll get that on someone. We want 10% ability power, 20% attack speed, and everything stacks. So we want that on someone like Gwen, if we're going the rogue route, which we usually are. We're just jumping right in, folks. Both feet. That's fine. We'll try to talk through it a little bit. So we've got the Vanguard on her. Just shielding, shielding, shielding. Maybe we can combo with that as we go.
I'm on the job.
We get the Nova bonuses, so we have a 20% attack speed for allies. This is all 6 seconds into combat. And then allies gain precision, so you really want to be able to hang around long enough for that to be useful. Do we maybe just stick this on you in the meantime? You get some magic benefit out of it, maybe. And the cloak goes here, and we just kind of ride that out until the board settles down a bit. Do they have a... I know they had a Radiant artifact already. Is that... No. I have no... No, let's go. One thing I've noticed as I, have played across time, I tend to start really strong and then kind of peter out as it goes. A lot of people go for that big swing, toward the end. And I'm not very patient like that because I don't trust myself to be able to catalog that big swing. And the late game is by far my weakest element of my TFTing. Oh, there's Vinny. Is that my pal Hypocritic of the GG variety this time of year? I know! Sunday afternoon. Who the hell streams on a Sunday afternoon? This guy, like once a year, you get a Sunday afternoon shebang. But you can watch and put it on in the background whenever you can. It's the glory of VODs, is it not? So we got our Gwen. I'm going to throw them in there. We'll do our inevitable Darkstar Rogue combo for Kaisa, just because we're shills for it, I guess. So far, so good. Talon doing some nice damage. Oh, all is working appropriately. $5 from Vinny when the tactics starting fighting the team. You use tactics to fight your own team. That's true. All 3 cost units the first one you buy is free. Tempting. Yeah, let's do it.
An arrow should not question its course.
And we get a Gwen out of it. Sounds good to me. It's such a funky piece of music for the gods screen. It's very funny. So we have an immediate 3-drop if we are a 2-star if we want it with the Urgot. It doesn't really mesh with anything we have right now. Like at all. But I have an idea for next turn. We can try this combo and we can switch them out. We'll still get the Nova bonus. We can switch her out, maybe. Take Talon out until we get better rogue options. I mean, we're already super screwed here. Did we take a single person down? I don't think so. Alright, so that went very poorly. Let's try that again. Where are all these radiant items coming from? We do love a Diana. And this would be great to stack on her, I feel like. As she kind of dashes around. Maybe.
My eyes are open.
Let's get rid of these. Let's just full send. Now I don't have any... Maybe not the best move here. We'll put Diana in instead of Akali next. Maybe that'll help. And this will give us Gargoyle Stone Plate. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, well, we squished them anyway. Urgot doing some decent damage by themselves, and that's good. But we get the Marauder bonus now, too, so I don't necessarily want to break that up. Caitlyn stars up. That's good. But we need someone to kind of take advantage of Flicker Blades, and I would like that to be Diana. So maybe we'll toss her in here. Oh, we have to toss her in here. Okay. Well, then, yeah. Maokai doing pretty well. I don't actually know how to pronounce him. It. So if we can get another Arbiter in, maybe, that would be nice. Arbiter or Challenger to complement Diana, for sure. She gets the ability power. He gets the sword. It gets the sword. I don't know. Caitlyn's hanging out in back. Just kind of doing her thing. We gave up on the Leona line. Do we really... Are we keeping the Gwens? I guess for now. Even though I don't think we're going that route anymore. That extra interest. Maybe. Go, Diana, go. Okay. Keep the pressure off of her, and she just, you know, that's why it helps to have those really big tanky boys who will just absorb all the shots. That's the obvious point of them, right? But, you know, as you see, they are more likely to be targeted. It's not a guaranteed target, but you surround those squishy ones with the tanks. That's the ideal way to do it up front, right? Random emblem and a Reforger. 12 seconds of combat. Your team gains damage amp. You heal for 12% of the damage you deal to enemy tacticians. Your team gains Omnivamp. I do like Omnivamp. Omnivamp, if you're curious, is a portion, some percentage of the damage you deal comes back to you as health. So, great for people up front to sort of sustain them as they go. And Marauder feeds into that because they get even more of it. So, you know, 20% on Urgot here is pretty good. We wanted an Arbiter, right?
My eyes are open.
I mean, we'll take that. But we've got more than enough gold, I think, to star or get ourselves level 6. We can get ourselves and see that. Couldn't keep Diana up, so that's kind of an issue. And whoever's in the middle here won't go down, so that's a problem, and we lose. So not enough oomph behind that one. Problem is, Urgot's not a tank, I don't think. So they're just as likely to target Diana as they are Urgot, which is not ideal. Kali gets a boost. Gwen, I'm not sold on the rogue anymore. We've got a challenger though. So next, I think we'll go up, get Jinx up, so we can have some challenger bonuses, and that'll serve for now. We get the brawler bonuses. 31% reduced damage. Getting those boosts on them is really important. So ideally, those items are, you know, producing as much resistance as possible. See, they're doing the Kaisa thing. And I don't have enough in the back to really sustain if Akali and them go down, so that's not working either. What do we get out of here? 4 cost and a 3 cost that share a trait. Gain 1 gold each round for the rest of the game. And then you got to consider their boons at the end too.
Which burns brighter, the fire of retribution or the heart's light?
Ornn will give us a Rage Blade for her, which will be very good. So she'll just be speeding up and attacking like crazy, and that'll be kind of the point of that. I've seen so much insane Corgi spam, and Corki spam, and I should get into that. Meeple Fate Weaver. I'm not equipped for too much of that right now. Although I could drop 1 in here. Just to see what happens. I don't really know if it's going to give me much benefit right now. Fate Weavers have precision. Chance effects on abilities are lucky. Check twice and take a better outcome. That worked out better. And Corki's doing some damage, so maybe we'll stack them a little bit. Strafe to a nearby position. I don't use them a whole lot. Unleashing 21 missiles split between the target and all enemies within 2 hexes. Missiles deal 33% physical damage, 20% lucky chance of firing a mega missile. Interesting. Okay. So we get boom, boom. That's all very good. Just don't have any synergy on Diana right now, and that kind of sucks. An Arbiter would be great. Be really, really good. That's the usual. We just kind of slam Kaisa and be done with it, but not this time. Alright, so that's just no front line for them. The nice thing with Kaisa, you start to lean on that Dark Star a little bit, so, you know, 2 Dark Stars means that enemies will die at like 8% health instead of all the way, you know, going down to 0 when you have 2 of them on the field, and I love that. So you just power Kaisa up like crazy, she sits in the back and just starts shooting really, really powerful equipment like crazy. That's the fun part, but we're not doing that today. So, again, ideally we're looking after an Arbiter. A lot of the time that ends up Zoe for me, but in this case we would love LeBlanc. We don't need Cho'Gath at this point. So we're pretty well starred up. Is everyone a 2? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Well, not quite. We'll get there. Let's get the goods. Another Rage Blade coming up. That's huge. We're going to maybe put that on Corki. Don't need that. So let's do this right away. Steadfast Heart, gain 5% durability. That's huge. While above 15% health, gain 15% durability. Well, let's try it. That's a lot of health. 15% more max health from all. You just throw like Warmogs on that and just watch them go. I love the just the evaporation when Karma gets going. That's actually very annoying. All right, that's the Darkstar fun for you, where just snap and they immolate, right? So that didn't help me. 2 non-tank 5 costs. If you field at least 1 5 cost, your 1 to 4 cost champions gain durability. Interesting. Maybe an Arbiter out of that. Your team gains 10% damage amp. A lot of XP. That's fine. That's a lot of damage. Again, we're kind of poking around for an Arbiter here.
My eyes
Take those,
are
though.
open.
How much is Akali really doing for us here? That game she died almost immediately, so that was like no benefit at all. Let's see. Okay, Diana got going. That worked really well. Okay. So we're in second. You can see us right there. There's one person above us. So and I love just seeing the names. Sometimes we got Zachary Binks. Someone watched Hocus Pocus. Deviousness when in lead speak. That's fun. We still have Caitlyn back here.
On the job.
Morgana's such an interesting one. Gaining health, healing, and hurting. It's very useful potentially. We're dipping below here. And that's good. One more before more stuff. See, Urgot does some decent damage, so I'm not like itching to get his item off of there just yet. Let's see how this goes. What a cluster. Okay. Yeah, we just evaporate. So once everything up front is down, we still don't have enough in back to peel off all these massive guys. That thing is nuts. So that's just a Vex, straight up. Okay. That's something good.
Warning to the rest.
Aurora, Gwen, Gnar. We'll take the Gnar because we want those gloves because we will take the item off of Urgot here, I guess. See? So watch this. Watch this. Alright, so not as much as we would get out of it otherwise, but we're going to do this, and then we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here. Now all of a sudden they're doing a fair bit more. And that's good. There's our Arbiter. Ironically, probably would have been helpful. Well, there's our other Arbiter, our favorite Zoe. The Omnivamp is good. It's not that good. We definitely need more oomph in the back line. That is clear. Up we go. Let's get Zoe in. When an Arbiter spends 50 mana, attack speed. That's usually what I do so that both front and back lines get some benefit. See how useful that really is. There's a huge gap here where, like, I'm in third now with 48. The person in first has 83. The person in second is 56. So that just kind of tells you where we're at. Akali's really not doing much for us. She died immediately, so we gotta get rid of her, like, right now. And there must be something better we can put in their place. A conduit would be good. But we need something up front, so we really need something tanky up front to replace her with. And that would be a Sunfire Cape. Sword. Kind of need gold. That'll work. Urgot goes up. We need... Let's see. I would love to have Misfortune going, but... This is going to be sad, but we kind of got to do it. Try that, and then he's getting up there, so that's good.
My eyes are open.
Yeah, we're spending, but it's worth it. How's this thing doing? Still only level 1. That's not helping. This thing's got to scale up quick if it's going to be a proper tank about it. Now, see, that's ideal. They don't have a ton of stuff up front. We can clear it quickly. And we stand a chance. But we can't. God, this really sucks. Okay, this is bad. This is actually really bad. We have like 1-2 more good games in us before we're dead. We might not make top 4 at this rate. I don't know what to do. Oh, I get my 3 components, though. Oh, boy, okay. Light Shield Crest. Oh, we gotta get that on. Nice. Mittens. Level them up. Steadfast Heart goes over here. Steel 3 magic resist. Maybe that's what we do. Take him. See if this has any benefit for us at all. I think Corky's putting in some work here. And now Diana shreds, and that's it for them. Okay, that worked. She died. Clearly an underperformer. Gonna cut her from the team. No benefits or severance. It's a harsh reality out here, but it is true. So Corky did a ton of damage there, and that's what I think we needed. Okay, so that saved our bacon temporarily. And then who else? Urgot, Zoe, Caitlyn. Caitlyn's doing very little, practically, but, you know. Oh, he's going to scale up next time. He's going to go to 3 stars, and that is huge, because he's just going to be the thickest possible. Like, truly thick boy hours here. You just can't keep Diana up. Or anyone there, for that matter. That's the Dark Star difference, folks. Wow. All right, well, we're nearly dead.
My work is not done.
Is there anything else that could be useful here? Maybe this? And then we do this, this, this. Swap these two. And roll like hell. We couldn't star him up even once. That's the risky run when you pull someone in last minute like that. And see, we're dead already. That's crazy. Look at this. And they completely shredded that right side. So everything we had stacked there, done for. Not even a question. We couldn't make top 5 or top 4 because they lost, but we lost harder. So that's a no-no. And that brings us down to the bottom of gold 3, unfortunately. Back in we go. Yeah. You go in and get all of that insane stacking from sticking with one particular vertical. So you get all the dark stars. You get like what, 70-80% bonuses on all of them, and then they're, you know, dying at, I don't even know, 25% or something crazy. That's worth pursuing, right? Let's see if we can't TFT just to read it out while we're waiting here. Well, we'll read it out if we can get in there. If we get in there. Okay. If nothing else, I'm thrilled for what will assumingly be much better windowing when this moves over to Unreal. So if you haven't heard, it's moving, TFT is moving off of what I guess is called the Hextech engine, which is what, you know, regular League runs on. Because it lives in the League launcher, and it's like a 50 gigabyte thing, so it pulls that all down too. TFT is moving to Unreal, which I can't imagine the technical lift behind the scenes on that. But sometime next season, I believe that's happening, and that is just wonderful because it's a pretty rough experience just streaming it like this because you can't resize the regular launcher, and then I got to reposition this every time. It's a whole thing. So we're starting off with a Meeple Rogue, and that's fun. He's one you want with the Mega Meep, the shark that comes in and eats stuff. We love that. We got a Bastion Poppy. Poppy Meeple. Why not? And again, you want that damage reduction as much as you can. That's the whole point. And we get the Gwen, so we love a rogue bonus. So get out of here, Briar. Just like that, and you go there, and you go there, and everybody wins. Get in the groove. Hextech. For when you absolutely want to throw your system off the wall with destructive force equivalent to a demolition charge. Having now just watched, or recently watched Arcane, and finally starting to understand some of the lore and the mechanics behind League and this whole world that it spins up, it does make a lot more sense. So they can say something like Hextech, or I would play Hextech Ray and Riftbound, and now I'm like, oh, I actually know what that stands for. That's cool. Gain a Meepsy. Your strongest Meepsy becomes a magic fighter that leaps to a nearby hex to deal damage in a large radius. Good for the Meeple bonus. Let's see if that's really what I want, though. I love a champion duplicator, though. I really do. Allies without items equipped gain that. I don't know. Spatula. 20% attack speed and 3 mana regen. Let's go with the Meepsy. So we get the meeple bonus. A lot of damage. Leap to the largest group of enemies within 2 hexes and slam the ground, dealing damage in a 3-hex radius. Ooh. Okay, that's fun. So that's just very disruptive. Yeah, see, look at that. We might want Meepsy doing the Rage Blade to go faster, right? Because then that's just so much more stun that we can abuse for people up front. Interesting. We'll watch it play out. Take Poppy to level 2. That's good. Again, we love some names here. I'm up top at the moment, but we've got, what? Zachary Binks is back. We've got I Sniff Crayons. We've got Burnt Korean Barbecue. Mick Hubbled, the god of tactics, Pengu. And it is the Pengu. That's great fun. That's very good. All right. Love when the Mega Meep straight up eats somebody. Love me crayons. We do. Does the Mega Meep stun also? Yeah, briefly knocking the target up and dealing a lot of magic damage. Wow. Well, at least early on. Oh. Take that, though. Anyway, and we go Darkstar. We can go Darkstar and squeeze in a Kaisa, maybe. I can see that happening. We need another tank up front anyway. The red ones taste like Jerry. How'd you know? That stun is huge. That is a really big deal. So they just need mana to grind that up like crazy. That went well. Everyone doing their part. Again, the early starts feel good, but then you kind of get to the later game, again, where I struggle the most, and that's just rough. It's hard not to go Yasuo, right? The hexes is what Yasuo always gives you versus Echo's what? A lot of delayed gratification sort of stuff. 10% max health and 35 permanent health each round. That's a Meepsy. That's a Meepsy special. What items do we want? Yeah, we'll take that. All right, and a lot of goodies there, so we'll give that to Meepsy. Magic resist. 50% reduced magic damage. That's very nice. Some reduction here, which is good. They all have it to some degree. So. That is so helpful. Not enough out of Gwen there, unfortunately. Another Poppy up. She's going to be going nuts in no time. 20 damage and 88 bonus magic damage. I feel like, you know what? Since they're a fighter, let's just try it. We're just gonna try it. Oh man. Completely useless. I love when you switch the items and they go down immediately. I think we still get it. Nice. Gwen goes up. Stuck it there, though, so we don't get the... Well, we just... Yeah. Okay, good. No benefit off of them yet. I would love to see a Kaisa. We can start to build around it. So then we get the Dark Star built right in. You can see that. The strongest Dark Star at 6. This is what people see. The strongest Dark Star unit goes supermassive, gaining 70% effectiveness from Dark Star and creates 2 minor black holes, which I think appear on the field that you can take advantage of. So we've got some items. Stronger Meepsy. And you are a magic fighter, of course you are. At least give Gwen some fighting spirit here. Which we'll get more of if we can find the Kaisa. We'll see. Now, this person's undefeated so far. Let's see if that's warranted. That strike is just so huge. And we've got them handily, it looks like. Yeah. Well, bam! Anything can happen. Again, you have a really strong start. We're top of the board now. You have a really strong start, and then it can fall off so quickly as longer-term strategies come into play. You do have those big swings in the late game, but my problem with that has always been, because I'm not good enough to make them work a lot of the time, you take all those early game hits sometimes to get yourself there, and then if you don't make that swing, you bottom out immediately in like 7th or 8th, and it was a waste of half an hour. 10 free shop rerolls, 1 random completed item, 12 gold, 3 XP. Take the rerolls. We can just kind of fish for whatever we want here. Like Kaisa. Voyager might be nice. Grab that. Gwen goes up. Grab a Poppy. Poppy's getting close already. Another Gwen. I don't think we're going to need the Jinx at this point. They'll star up next turn. A better Rogue maybe with Riven. We always like that. Yeah, we'll see. So they have the Kaisa, but not too much. Bam! Alright, that was good. I would love to get some mana regen on Meepsy to get that pounce filled up faster. Because there's no mana regen right now. Attacks grant 10 mana. So they're getting a lot of it anyway. He'll just be stomping around, stunning at will, which is great. I'll get my dock out of there. Okay. Where are we here? The Voyager is interesting. We get a bonus for... Who's the other Voyager here? For Meepsy! Ooh. That might be good. Next one, so we get on an even experience count. We can bring them in. Would love to get a star up out of your boy Fizz. would be a great use case for Kaisa if I had one. Go, Meepsy, go. Oh my god, putting in the work. Are they immune to that? Maybe. Boom. 6,000 damage out of Meepsy. Go, Meepsy. We weren't going to pick that. Okay. After 4 rounds, gain 2 5-cost champions. Place the Hex. Allies deal 15% bonus magic damage over 5 seconds. This wounds and burns over the duration. I like the hexes. I don't know. Jinx, Mordekaiser. Synergy. Okay. 15% bonus magic damage. Well, it's a good Gwen candidate, I guess. Magic resist. Guess. I didn't put in our tank friend. That might bite me here. This person's on a streak. You can see they're on fire. Right behind me there. Did we bring that streak to an end? Meepsy's trying hard. Yeah, we do! Wow! And now we have the streak going. You can't see it. But we're on fire. We got 5. Give me that interest. Give me the goods, baby. Alright, let's... Oh, they're tanked too. Okay, well, we are tanked out. And with Meepsy fighting real hard, that's gonna be spicy.
May I jump in?
Let's see if there's anything else we can find that's useful. Fizz gets starred up. That's great. Gwen is very close to 3-starring too, and that's good because she's been pulling some weight here. So Poppy's gonna star up. Gwen's gonna star up soon. Meepsy's doing pretty good. You are too. Oh, it's working. It's working. Meepsy's going. Meepsy's going. Meepsy's on the hunt. The Voyager's nice. Okay. I'm going to hold it here. We're getting 13 gold here. Our win-loss streak is helping a lot. If you win... So that's saying, you know, you win 2 to 4 games in a row, you get an extra gold. You win 5 games in a row, you get 2 extra gold. 6 plus is 3, so it stacks, but the same thing for a losing streak, so you can kind of accelerate a bit if you get very far behind, which is good. Definitely don't need you. Hand of Justice, mana. I want some mana. Mana for you. Anybody Kaisa at any time. Conduit, Darkstar. Another Darkstar would be good. Someone in back, like even Karma in back at this point would be really, really nice. Let's throw Misfortune in.
Galaxy from the inside out.
Next time. Honestly, I don't know how much farther Mordekaiser's going. Even as a temporary, Misfortune's a nice pick. We'll get the Conduit bonus. Everyone gets mana regen. It's a good thing. Meepsy, no! How do we do without Meepsy? Not great. Oh, they will not die. It's over! No, Meepsy! Oh, that really fell apart without him. Our streak is over. We're doing okay. Two lesser champion duplicators and 4. Now we can use it and we can 3-star up 2 of them. I love that. I love that for us. Let's watch this. Three-star Poppy. 3-star Gwen. Just like that, baby.
Meet your fate.
Now we can throw a Misfortune in conduit mode just to have some extra oomph. Thief's Gloves, Hand of Justice. That sounds like a good pick for you here. I'm into it. That could be Kaisa in back, and we could just be cruising. That's brutal. Oh, man. If Meepsy is allowed to just rock and roll. Insane. How's Poppy doing? Shield. It's all good stuff. Another Meeple. You get a Bastion bonus off of them? Gravitational Spin. We do love a Bastion bonus. Maybe we hold on to that. We've got the space. Not a single Kaisa. They must really be fully spoken for. There we go. Just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. They're not going to do a ton of damage from back there, but I just want to see it. That 8% bump, I think, is going to make a difference. Yeah. Yeah, it did. It really did. With Gwen hopping around, that's a big deal. That was a big deal. Sorry, Binks. The first time an ally in the Hex falls below 40% health, they freeze for 1 second and heal 30% of their max health. Do like that. After 5 rounds, gain a random artifact.
Every second.
Maybe we get the artifact. I want more mana regen. For Meepsy. More Meepsy faster. See, now we're... Okay, that's better. And with the attacks going so quickly. That is so key to this. Just jumping around like crazy, doing all this damage. Attacks. Single attacks do 39 physical damage, or attack damage, and 185 bonus magic damage. That's crazy. Because of the Meep bonus. That's a lot of meeping. It's pretty good. God, it's amazing. What a game changer that was. In practice, Kaisa not doing a ton in the back, but we get that Darkstar bonus, and that's kind of all we're worried about. Maybe we go for a Bastion. Only having the one Kaisa in back is not the worst thing. But I would like to juice them up a little bit. If I could ever get them to 2-star, that would be helpful. I don't know. We're pretty well front running here. We're at 86 points. The next closest is Pengu, which is a little hidden under me with 61 tactician health left. So we're in pretty good shape. Meepsy keeps growing. We got a full medal here. Yes, we do. Yeah, we're doing some afternoon TFT. I was gonna, like I was saying in the description, I was gonna be doing this regardless because I finally have a quiet weekend. So why not stream it? It's TFT's 7-year bash as well, so some of those special events are active, and we're kind of pseudo celebrating that too. All of these stuns are just crazy work, but it doesn't seem to be enough this time, and we die. Was that even anybody? Who did we even face there? Yeah, it was somebody. They run all over the screen, and you can't see who you're playing. Is that? I think that's a legitimate strategy that some people use. They'll like stand up here so their username's hidden behind the UI, and you can't see who you're playing. I think that's kind of cheesy, if I'm being totally honest with you. Cloak and the cloak becomes the dragon's claw. Which could be great for Poppy.
Kiss, kiss.
It is a very pretty game. Additional attack damage and ability power. Okay, that's a lot more, so that's good. So they'll be stomping around. I love that. Thief's Gloves for Kaisa? Maybe that's helpful. And then we can get someone else in here. Maybe a Misfortune to help. Get the Conduit bonus. Coming up on a lot of gold here. And we don't want to cede ground, really. Because we have them up. Well, we get the Voyager off of them, so that's important. It's over, folks. 2 in a row. Meepsy goes down first, and it's just, that's it. He doesn't have a chance to kind of get going. This is the beginning of the end. Like I said, we were so far ahead, and now we're just going to hit the skids here, and that's going to be it for us. Just have the flexibility. Unless we go for a Bastion in the front instead. We don't have a ton of items, all things considered. Keep pounding on them. Meepsy down. Can we get them? If we can. Goodbye, Pengu. We should have an artifact coming soon as well, right? When did I choose that? Oh, that was theirs. Right. Is this the artifact? Comes in. Hull Crusher. Hull Crusher. If there are no adjacent allies, gain 400 health, 10% attack damage, and 10% ability power. Ooh. That's interesting. Still feel like we need a little more offense. Meepsy can't do it all, right? Maybe it can. I don't know. Oh, the crayons. Down it goes. All right, we're really holding our own up top. There is still such a gap. But the thing is, you can have that huge gap. If there's one comp on one person that you can't beat, you'll be up 60 health to like 10, and they will just wear you down. So it doesn't even really matter too much that we're up that high because... you know, it can come back to bite you very easily. So how did Gwen do last game? Pretty good. So we can power Gwen up even more. That's good. We could do the Shojin in the back. How much did Misfortune do? Not a ton. Let's try it. Meepsy, if it strays too far from the tanks, it really has trouble staying up, it seems. Yeah, we just... And see, that's the thing. So McHubbled is down to 3 health. We just got squished. So it could come down to us as, like, the last 2 in the game. They will just clobber me every time and win. So unless someone else knocks them out, we're going to, you know, that would be kryptonite for us. Because they're all Darkstar, probably, right? They have all the Kaisa. They have this massive Cho'Gath. Probably. All right, well, we'll see. How much are they really doing for me here? We get the Voyager bonus, which is good for Meepsy, I guess, and then everything else gets damage amp. So maybe that's helpful? It's also just another tank up front. It's a weak tank, but it is a tank. All right, we have one more run here. Let's see how this person beat the hell out of us last time, right? Let's see. Again, it's going to come down to can Meepsy stay up for the most part. And that's, yeah, that was a lot more promising. Okay. And again, that's the difference, right? Meepsy stayed up. They did 8,500 damage, right? Gwen next at 51, and then it really tapers off. So we hit top 4 already, which means, yay, we won. We're going to get ranked points out of this one. Now the question is, we're in such an advantageous position, can we bring it home? McHubbled is out. That helps us. Again, we have 45 health. You can't see it. The next one beneath us has 17 health. So, you know, all any of those last 3 have to do is handily lose once, and we are in good shape. Another Bastion may help here because we're going to get even more bonus for Poppy. So we don't need Ornn, we don't need that, we don't need that. What is this? An Anvil. Bastion. We want to throw Rammus in here? Up front. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? We need an artifact in here too. Give us opportunity to keep these tanks tanking while Meepsy kicks in. That is such a huge unit. What even is that? All right, so see, they smushed us. We're not going to be able to beat that. So, you know, best we can hope for is they maybe lose to the other person, because at best then we're going to get second, because that's not happening. Unless I switch. To Shen. I don't have time to really put Shen together with that shield thing. Because Shen does what with the bulwark? Your team gains... Okay, that's not what I want. Summon a placeable relic. At the start of combat, it grants adjacent allies 10% max health shield and 10% attack speed. That's good. I don't know how much value we get. Now, we beat this person last time, which I wish we were playing not them. Unless, were we? Yeah, I guess so. So now it's just me and that other person. So if we can't bring them down somehow, we're in trouble. Voyager. We can get the Voyager bonus, so we can swap them out for a Karma. Did that do anything for us? We're not going to get another... We will get another Voyager bonus, potentially, but I don't think we'll have enough time to level up to that. If Shen can get to level 2, I'm intrigued. We've got, like, another game to figure this out if we can't win here. See, it's this thing. What the hell? Yeah, no, we're screwed, I think. That's just all there is to it. Let's do some desperation rolls now. And now we get Shen up. That's good. I don't know. Desperation time, kids. That Ela always, or however you pronounce it, is just too powerful. Too much beef. Couldn't be done. Second place, though. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's going to get us 34 points. And we march onward. That's some good cushion. All right, I think we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to sip my Guinness Zero here. And we'll be right back with more. You are watching Hypocritic GG. Streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheat Speak, and we will be right back with more TFT on a random Sunday afternoon for you. Right after this, don't go anywhere. And we're back, y'all. You're watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheat Speak, and we are returning to the TFT gameplay on this random day. Let's maybe do some programming notes for you while we're sitting around and the game's loading up. You may have seen recently that our 007 First Light review finally went up after a lot of stream, a lot of footage to comb through, and a lot of effort in the edit. It was our longest non-TCG review to date. The first one for a video game that was over 10 minutes. Usually our philosophy is short and sweet on the reviews, but there was just so much to talk about. It was impossible to condense down much more than that without really losing significant parts of the game. Unfortunately, it was also one of the worst performing reviews we've had in a while in terms of viewership on those. So I from like my perspective, unfortunately, way too much time and effort went into it for that little kind of payback on the viewership, unless it really spikes in the next couple of days. Sadly, probably the last time we're doing something that elaborate for a while. So there's that. We've got this. Obviously, we'll be streaming more during the week. And then, if you can believe it, next weekend is another Riftbound regional qualifier. There was one in Utrecht this weekend, which I believe is probably over by now. Out in Europe. But there's another one in Hartford, Connecticut. So I can finally drive to that one and not have to fly to a Riftbound event. So we'll be on the ground giving you coverage of that all weekend long if you're interested. I'm playing in that one in the main event, and I'll also be covering it in our usual way, the event hall walkthrough, the event experience as we see it. We may also do a fun collab or two with some creators in the Riftbound sphere that we enjoy and that we vibe with. So that'll be fun, and keep your eyes peeled for that this coming weekend. It has been rifting. I was going through, looking at a couple cards here, right? Like we have Hextech Gauntlets. I found my one that I have for Vi. Not that, we're ever playing Vi. And the Mythical Bone Shiver from, I think this was Vegas? The Vegas qualifier? Yeah. Very pretty. There's hundreds of cards sitting in front of me under my monitor. There's tens of thousands more just kind of laying around. We are card gremlining a little too close to the sun, I think. And it's becoming a problem. I feel like we've already maxed out on how much Unleashed we should have. And inevitably we will get more at Hartford. That's just kind of how these things go. Maybe cooling it until Vendetta. Aside from whatever we get for prizing from Nexus Nights and things that we play in. There's some skirmishes. It's been very fun, though. I think the meta's in a really healthy place. If you looked, I think, at Utrecht, top 8 was revealed, and there were... Oh, we have a great spread here. 8 different legends represented. No repeats, and I think only 2 of them were purple, which is wonderful, which means there's a nice balance. People are piloting these things well. It's really good, healthy stuff. So hopefully we see more of that going forward. Every 4 attack, I do love Electrocharge. That's pretty helpful. Gain a locked chest each stage between now and stage 6. Unlock each when you spend 16 gold on shop rerolls. Stick with the offense, I think. Brawler bonuses. This plus that is a Steadfast Heart. None of which I really want on my Cho'Gath, so no Gath for you. Pretty light in the offense department here. Cho'Gath is putting in the work. Cho'Gath put in the work. There you go. Cho'Gath, the idea is you get bigger the more you deal damage out and burn your active ability. So you see deal magic damage to the lowest health enemy in range and permanently gain 18 maximum health, so that he's designed to grow over time. If this kills them, gain 40 max health instead. So that's really nice.
May I jump in?
You may. Gwen, Kaisa, Darkstar. That's a comp I've done a lot of. It can go well. That's going to be tough. We got to clear out up front. We have very little offense unless... Yeah, that gets moving quick. Okay, I thought that would be a lot more of a problem. Boom! Not a single unit down. Love to see that. Both useful here. We just kind of have a pool of stuff to kind of build from and see what comp's going to make the most sets. Yeah, we really need some offense right now. This is not okay. This guy can't do all the work. It's that slow grind, too. It's just that slow burn down. Such a challenge. All 3 costs. First one you buy is free. They always harm you in some way, the temptation ones. Let's go that.
Let this be a warning to the rest.
Holly, Leona. With speed. I want to play. Whee! That's fun. No Kaisa. Too bad, so sad.
I'm gonna clean this galaxy from the inside out.
Why not? We can shuffle this around if we do get a Kaisa, but see what Misfortune can do in the back with some added offense. Sandra really not doing a lot as a 1-star, so that's probably a lot more useful for us, and it already is. Yeah. Look at that. Pretty good. Almost wish I didn't roll that over. Boom, boom. Oh, but the Diana for the Challenger bonus. That's okay. I do love, I mean, Diana, just so much usefulness. The shield it gets, summoning the orbs to do just constant rotational damage. It's so much fun, and I love implementing her. Who does more damage in time? Of course they do. Sus on Wednesday. That's a great name, but I'm mad at you now because you should not have won that one. It's a good alternate brawler. It's a fighter, though. We have enough tanks up there. Actually, that's not a terrible swap, honestly. Nice. That'll give Misfortune a boost. Gragas goes up. See how that kind of plays out if we need. Well, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to take this off so we can put an Infinity Edge on her. So that's 35% more attack damage and critical strike chance with precision, so abilities can critically. That's just really good for Misfortune. We like that. So let's lean on that for a second, see where that gets us. Nice. Nice! Okay. We were leaning on all those tanks up front, and Belveth is just useless. We gotta... I think that's gotta go. And it's Challenger Marauder. It doesn't give us anything, right? Because it's Primordian Challenger Marauder? Yeah, no synergy there. Let's see. Recurve bow and attack speed. Call upon the god, no. One completed item now. One component after 4 player combats. Combat start. Allies grant other adjacent allies 9 armor and magic resist. This effect stacks. I do really like that. Swap out there. See if that helps us. Because then they kind of disperse out, and I just want to make sure that, you know, Gwen doesn't get lost in the shuffle up there. And then we'll see how this goes. Pretty good. Caitlyn again. Damn it. That's pretty gross back there. I do not like that at all. That's why you gotta hit hard. I mean, maybe. I really want Kaisa. We would have 4. I could readjust this to get 4 Dark Stars up. We'd have multiple rogues. It would be really, really helpful. But no such luck just yet. It's always kind of annoying because when you look for one specific unit, you never, ever find it. And then when you're not using it or you're not really interested in it, you're flooded with it every time. It is inevitable. So if Mordekaiser can tank this, and maybe it can. No, it can't. So now Leona's just going to come charging in. Wow, we got him! Wow, that was like too close. I didn't feel good about that at all. Okay. Lesser champion. Yeah, that works.
An arrow should not question its course.
And a misfortune, so that'll take us to level 2. Yeah, love that. Love that. Love that. No one's picking. No one's picking her. The temptation's not all that tempting, is it? Alright, so we are pretty well smack in the middle here. We're third, but a lot of people are on streaks. Not a gimme by any means here. Let's go for... Get the Gragas. There she is. Now, how are we going to structure this? So we bring her in. I was going to swap out to get a 4th Dark Star, but not right now. Let's just see how this lands for us. Cho'Gath doing his thing. We just slowly break that thing down. That was really annoying. How much effort did that take? I don't even know what it was. Gwen goes up. That's good. Misfortune gets some oomph. And that's pretty good. All right, so who did what there? Kaisa coming in with some decent damage. Still level 1, obviously. Misfortune still doing the lion's share of the work here. And that's good. Ideally, we want that 4th Dark Star in here. And I think that's gonna... So that'll give us... all 45%... Or all Dark Star units gain 45% attack and ability power, which is great. And primarily, you know, you want that on Kaisa. So... let's see where that takes us. It's a lot of these just big tanky things that just never go down. They just sit with their shield up. They absorb everything you throw at them. And then by the time you finally do break them down a little bit, you're dead. Incredibly frustrating. Now they're going to get their Radiant items. That's just... blech. But we're hanging in. Some people are level 7 already. That's... I mean, we're 6 and we're not that far behind. Alright, we can hang out on this one. Gragas, we got... We're not using the Urgot right now, and I doubt we're gonna. Get rid of them. Everything else I think we've got to hold on to. We get the Kaisa, so we can duplicate them right away. Wonderful. And we get a Rage Blade out of it. That's so good, too. Oh, this is great. Okay, so that worked out really well for us. We still are very, very weak defensively. I will say that. But otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. I think Cho'Gath wants the Warmog's armor. Probably. So I have to move a lot of stuff around here. What do I want on her? Last Whisper? Probably. Yeah, see, we don't have the tanks up front to let our backline build up. So we're going to get crushed by everything all the way down until our tanks get stronger. And I don't have a way to build them up, so I'm probably just going to eat the next few, right? That's not good. That's not good. Oh, golly, 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 golly. Gain a Jin. That's a perfect, That's a perfect addition here. Going all the way up for that. We get the Dark Star bonuses. Jin has a fixed attack speed and converts every 1% of bonus speed into 0.75 bonus attack damage. Interesting. Oh, we're doing damage up front. That is good. It's still just not enough. By the time we finally get to that Caitlyn, they are still so bulky. We can't do a thing about it. At least they're bigger now. A lot of damage. Attack damage and 2% ability power. Can we target the C? Oh man, Cho'Gath just taking it. Now we all focus fire on the Ornn. Look at that, and boom, Bob Drunkle. All right, so that's all working. It's still kind of mid, but if we can walk out of this with just top 4 at all, I'll be happy. Do I have 4 tinies? I guess I can drag Cho'Gath up with that, right?
The fire of retribution.
What do I need here? Again, not really helping our tanks at all. Maybe the next round will give us something good. For tanks, I mean. Alright, now watch this. Here's my idea. Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath up. Here we go. Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath up! Just like that! We got ourselves a free 3-star. That's thinking with portals, my friends. Okay, very good. So now we go here. Get the Deathblade on Kai'Sa, so Kai'Sa can start really punching. And we'll see if that's enough to give us an edge going into these next few. This person's on the brink. Let's see if they were just making big swings or if we're going to step on them here. It's not looking good for them. And down they go. Knocked out. Cho'Gath doing damage up front, too. 998 magic damage to the lowest health enemy in range. We should be stacking up Cho'Gath pretty good here. More mana regen in general would be helpful. Can we throw a conduit in here? We do have a Victor option. That's only 4 up front, though, and I don't know, again, if we have the oomph for this. but it's worth a try, right? So we'll get a little closer and maybe we add another, because this one's really good. Deals damage to enemies within, reduced by 60% per X in the epicenter. It just... powerful stuff. And the conduit bonus is very helpful. Damn. Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh. Now, that was also against someone who's not doing so well right now. I'd want to test that against the top tier. So there's, what, 79, 75, 58, 54. It's very quickly tiering itself here. We're doing pretty good on gold, so we can bop up to level 8 probably pretty soon.
Cross me
Ooh.
my targets.
Nothing I really need magic damage for, though. So let's see. Because that'll give us the death cap, which is just amazing for magic attackers. I can't go see like how much damage they did to verify this. Oh, I'd much rather that, because this, with this and this, gives me a Spirit Visage, which is going to be so good for Cho'Gath right here. And we get the mana regen. That's beautiful. That's really, 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 really good. Another Last Whisper here? I guess so. We don't need to pump for Victor just yet.
I'm gonna clean this galaxy from the inside.
Let's keep hoarding this gold. I'm intrigued. Some thickness up front. Let's see how it goes. We are cutting through them as well. Someone's angry. This game's rigged. Oh, it's our Caitlyn friend. We got you this time. Okay, so that went a lot better. Getting that Cho'Gath as plump and pumped up as we have, I think is making a lot of difference. We're going to prep our Victor. I mean, look at them. So they're 3 stars already. So getting that 4 tiny champion duplicator and working it the way we did was the big difference maker there. And now, I mean, again, we're doing 1,000 damage at a clip. We're restoring that really quickly. So Cho'Gath has offensive capability up front, which is great. And really sustains itself. So that's all excellent. And the longer it sustains itself, the more health it gains permanently. 33 on every active cast and 70 if it kills. So that just snowballs in the late game here. And that's really, really encouraging. We have this big-ass Ornn. Let's see if that can go down. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, wow. All right, that was good. That was good. That was good. And shockingly, the guy that claimed it was, or was complaining it was rigged, has disconnected. So, alrighty then. We're just stacking the gold up, and we're doing this with, we're on a streak now. We're at 5. Give me that Kaisa. I don't even need you, I don't think. Although I would laugh really hard if we went all the way to 6. The strongest Darkstar unit goes supermassive, which I guess would be him. How do they determine strong? Now this is the leader here. They're 4 points above me. Let's see if we still have the oomph as is. Not looking great. No, we don't. Okay. Well, that cost us our streak. But we're going to get... We can get Victor in next, probably. Unless we want another... Maybe a Vanguard up front? I don't know. Oh, a Rage Blade. Or, oh, another Spirit Visage on Cho'Gath? Oh, come on. I think we gotta. What? Look at this. This is hysterical. Well, we've got almost 7,000 health. We've got 1,158 magic damage when that pops. We're doing so much mana regen. That's just impossible. And you know what? We're going to throw Victor in here just for the hell of it. Get the extra conduits. And we get Psionic. When the holder damages each enemy for the first time, gain. Just about got there. Was that a nobody? That was a phantom game. There's an odd number of players, so you'll play like the remains of someone's team that the game keeps up. I don't actually really know how that works. Did that help Jin much? It did. Jin's doing a lot of work. Okay. I would love to star up Jin. Oh, how crazy would that be? All right. What do we need here? Give them the group hug bonus, too. So we'll see how much that goes up by. So it starts at 40 for Cho'Gath. Then it goes up to 76. It's pretty good. They are really, really thick. So see, they're standing up in the corner and they're hiding their name. So I can't see who they're playing. And that is incredibly... Or I can't see who I'm playing against. And that is... That's really silly. Probably them, Susie Jean. But that's just so dumb, right? Is there a tactical advantage to, like, hiding who your opponent is? I guess so you know, can recognize them less easily. It just seems kind of silly to me. Let's crank for the Vanguard bonus. That only really helps us with Mordekaiser, and I don't need that as much. Star Victor up, why not? Sterak's Gauge. Quicksilver Giant Slayer. Additional 15% damage amp against tanks. Why not on Kaiser? A little more oomph. They're clamping down. Down they go. And that breaks them for good, which puts us in top 4. Look at that. Now, we've got some people on streaks, so let's see how that works out. Susie Jean here. Did they lose? Yeah, they did. So they'll get knocked out. And we're top 3 with that one because they went down to -1. Interesting. All right, so we've got our work cut out for us here. I need another one to add to the pile here. Darkstar. We could go full Darkstar if we replaced Victor with Lysandra and put in another Darkstar we were to find. If we are to find one. Who else is there? Karma. We're gonna need it. We're going down next time no matter what. So let's give it a try. Kaisa goes huge. Why? Someone asked, why are you sus on Wednesday? Only Wednesdays, though. Like, I admire the restraint, I guess.
I'm gonna clean this galaxy from the inside out.
From the inside out, she says. Oh, Kaisa's going to 3-star if we live through this. Which we may well. Actually, not even close. Why would I ever think... Didn't we just play them? Why are we facing you twice in a row? Because we're the only two left? That would make sense. Okay. Well, we gave it another good go, and that's another second place finish for us. So that's up to... How great would that have been? 6 with the Dark Star, 6 Dark Stars, 3-star Kaisa. That would have been wild with all of that juice on her. Oh, man. But that Cho'Gath was absolutely crazy. And I was so thrilled with that. Okay, maybe we... Maybe we do one more. I think we do one more. Before we call it a stream here. Again, we just kind of wanted to pop on, play some TFT, because, again, I would have been sitting here just by myself doing it otherwise. So it's nice to do it with all of you as we're hanging out. So, again, some programming notes before we take off and wrap up the stream so we can just quit when we're done. We'll have another stream on Tuesday, normal time, probably playing something. We have a couple other interesting indie games in the hopper. I think Steam Next Fest is timed up reasonable. When is Steam Next Fest? June 15th to June 22nd. So maybe we'll do some Next Fest demos like we have in the past. That's very, very fun. I do love doing that. And we have a couple other indie games that we are eager to show you all that we're still kind of producing some stuff for. So we will get to that part.
Tomorrow's the last of my days.
Then this coming weekend, is yet another Riftbound regional qualifiers in North America, this time in Hartford, Connecticut. So I will be representing Hippo out there, covering the event like we normally do, and participating in the main event on Saturday to probably no great results. But, you know, we're there to vibe. I'm going to hang out with some friends from the Pokemon sphere I haven't seen in a long time. So that's all goodness. I'm excited for that. So that'll be good. And then, you know, we'll keep on the indie focus throughout June. There's a lot of good stuff that we are excited to share with you. Cheat's going to win all the rifts. They will be bound to his aura. The expectation... So here's what you got to remember, too, with the Rift Bound. There are people who basically do nothing but play Riftbound 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. And there are teams of people that do this because they treat it like their professional, full-time career. They are professional, like, card game players. That's more or less it. Let's do... What do I want to do? This. So, if I go to, like, 2 or 3 Nexus nights a month, that's a lot. I'll get in some games on the simulators here and there, but I don't have nearly the amount of expertise or exposure that a lot of these players do. And when you compete in the regional qualifiers, you'll see familiar faces like Prismaticism or Alan ZQ or Sam Sherman or any of these really high-level players. Some of them have won multiple regionals at this point, and that's no joke, Jim. I want a random emblem, 2-star, 2-cost champion, and 1 gold. I kind of like that. 8-player combats gain an artifact. I'm good with that.
Let's finish this quickly.
And a Rage Blade right off the top. So you go into events like this and you kind of have to recognize that you probably have a ceiling. Like for me, the best I could possibly ask out of myself that I would ever even sniff or expect myself to sniff is day 2, which means, or like reasonably playing in day 2. So, you know, you would have to, you know, play maybe 6 or 7 rounds in a day and win them all, or most of them, like 601 or something like that. Basically doing very, very, very well. You even go like 503 or 52, you're probably done. So, you know, going in and just sort of getting good reps and having fun and meeting other people and just sort of playing in that high-level competitive atmosphere is always so much fun. That's the whole point of it. So we do that. And obviously we do the coverage alongside that. That's usually the main focus of where I'm at with these events. It's just a good time. And we enjoy it.
Everybody,
Panic. So you'll get a lot of that. Just looking at all my cards here. We have 2 Alt Art LeBlancs, if you're curious. I just have a pile of stuff in front of me. I just don't have enough reps with it to feel comfortable, but I love LeBlanc as a deck. It's so much fun. It's so weird. It's so creative with its reflections and all this crazy stuff that it does. You pull, like, ridiculous stuff out of your ass constantly. And it's so much fun. But it's an incredibly hard deck to pilot because the skill ceiling's really high. You got to know what you're doing. You have to plan out a lot more and think about a lot more than other more straightforward decks. So there's a ton that I'd want to play, but I just don't have time to sort of get really good with them and deploy them all and build good deck lists and do whatever. Rengar's one that I love that I just very, very rarely play. Diana's really interesting. I'm kind of just stuck on Master Yi, which is great because he's your boy, and that's, you know, I'm just so familiar with that legend. But you want to experiment, but you don't necessarily feel good enough to, like, oh, I'm going to go out and run this at tournaments now. That's okay. That's LeBlanc, in case you were wondering. And that's with these were from a pre-rift that I did, because I'm like, I have Mirror Image, I have Jin, I have Ivern. What the hell is this? Pre-rift stuff. Bam! Again, it's what I really like to do. Start off strong, try to build on that momentum and maintain your position at the top rather than do the big swing at the end. Because again, one wrong thing goes your way when you're down at like 10, 15 health toward the end, you're done. And it's no guarantee. And again, I don't trust myself enough to do those big swings. Sorry. Your next PvE round will be replaced with a Scuttle Crab round with bonus loot. I do love loot. And I can wait.
We make the future.
Everyone's going loot. That's great. What do we want? We don't have any tanks right now, I'm realizing. Tanks would be good. We're gonna need them.
Don't cross me.
Too late. I'm gonna throw that onto Jinx, probably. See, Diana gets frozen. She's my main point of attack here. Still trucking. Wow. That's hilarious, but we can't. This is not sustainable. We got to get some tanks up here. So we've got the brawlers. Do we want to go Darkstar, the Mecha, Marauder, Primordian? Don't really need a lot of brawlers. Psionic's fine. Cho'Gath isn't really helping. It's a little too late for that. We'll get them in next round. If we can get on a streak for this, because we're 4 games in at this point, that would be amazing. That's going to be a tall order. Diana's already hurting. Oh, God. I didn't take the items off either. Yeah, this was not happening. See, you tank the round, you endure the loss. Did I kill anybody? I don't know. Little crab. Okay, let's see. Let's actually do the thing this time. See what we got. They don't attack you at all, do they? I'm just noticing. It is pure scuttle crab, huh? Not much going on here. Psionic might be nice to pair with Gragas later. Okay, tank first. Do we break the rogues up? Yeah, probably. Let's just see how this fares first. I didn't even put items on anybody. Nice. Much better. Diana putting in work. We got Jinx a little more powered up. This one's always good. Allies isolated in pairs gain 15% attack speed and 22 armor at the start of combat. So we just separate them, and there we go. We need more help here. Every 5 seconds, gain 1 mana regen, 15% attack speed. Magic Fighter. 1 mana regen. Sure. See how this goes. Oh, boy. Oh, Diana, no. Oh, Diana, no. Sent out to die. That was sad. 12. We got. I don't know that we killed anyone. That was a complete squish. That was bad. All right, so you need a tank with you. And now the rogue's not really helping me, so we can go with something a little more useful.
Everybody panic. You're
That's
not
good.
laughing.
Do I have a Bastion up? No, I need Brawlers. Damn it. We'll find a replacement here. Get Diana going first. So much blocking. There we go. Diana just imposing her will. Increase the champion's attack speed and decrease their size.
All in. Just my style.
Someone we're going to keep. Probably in the back. All right. Oh, we got the anvil for the artifact. Here we go. Titanic Hydra. Mittens. Seeker's Arm Guard. Takedowns increase the holder's armor magic resistant ability power by 20. I kind of like that one. And I gotta replace them. Maybe with a brawler. Well, we have 2 brawlers already. Oh man, brutal! that was pretty rough for them. Oh man. Diana, I feel like Diana barely did anything. Okay.
There is mischief in the stars. Also gas clouds. They smell like farts.
When an arbiter spends 50 mana, they gain 16 ability power. That sounds fair. Oh, this is a shit show. Oh, what a beatdown. Oh no. Yikes. We gotta scale everybody up quickly here. I have an idea, Mr. Krabs.
All will know us in time.
We're gonna go for a little bit of Nova twist here. And trying to get everyone scaled up a little bit. A lot of them are still level 1, which is not helping. We have all of this stuff now. Big time challengers. We get the Nova bonuses. Let's get that on there. Oh, no. Oh, very bad. Another one. Very, very bad. Yikes. See? Just Kaisa in back. That's all it takes. All right, let's two. That one wasn't too painful, but look at all those wins where someone's just done. Okay. 2 random 5-cost champions and 2 copies of a random component. I like that. Jinx is going to have to be the centerpiece of this. Okay, start up. That's good. We have no use for Kaisa here. Seeing 2 of them like that just makes me upset. We really need Diana. We could have Diana up. This whole time we could have had her up. It just won't go down. Okay, we got a little bit of extra chance, and we can't pull it off. We don't have to waste it. Very good. Quirky. And we'll take whatever we can get here. Zoe goes up to 2. That's all very good. Okay. Let that all be. We're down in the bottom now. That's how topsy-turvy this is. So we've lost 3 in a row. It's not looking good. I think we're playing the Phantom team here. I don't see an owner for it. We got them handily, though. Trying to get a little more oomph out of Jinx. That would be helpful. Okay. Yes. We're so far behind the 8-ball, sort of. Oh, we get a lot of goodies here. Okay, Vex. Jhin, another Brawler. We want Vex. Let me take the Brawler. I don't feel so good. Mr. Krabs, I don't feel so good. I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. And we got our health. Jinx gets some more oomph. Guess we'll wait on any bonuses for them. Really want like a Warmog's armor on them. We'll see if we can get something. How will this go in the meantime? It's an assault up front. Oh, we're into the back. Wow. Pretty good. We have taken our place again, top 3 for the time being. Let's see how this one's going. They just got squished. Okay. Where are we now? Maybe a conduit in the back?
I'm gonna clean this galaxy from the inside out.
Could be. A little extra offense. Let's go another round. Get a little more gold. See where we stand. This has to go somewhere. So we can't get Diana out of the front in time. But we got there anyway. Okay. Jinx, now that Jinx is really powered up, that's helping a lot.
As good a time as any to act reckless.
Okay. Can we get I would love a belt out of here. And we get one. I'll take that. And Echo's boon is... I don't like that it doesn't tell you after the fact. Anomaly. Evolve the holder. We got to think about that one. All right, so you get this. No questions there. I have an idea. This. Death cap. Ooh. She's going to be popping off. That's really good. Pop that here. Let's do that. What does the anomaly do? Tank, gain 1100 health and grow in size. Marksman, gain 75% attack speed. Fighter Assassin, gain 35 ability power and 35 attack damage. Caster, special. There's so much. Oh, there's so much. So Diana's a fighter. Oh, that's a lot. She'll just be storming the gates up front. That's crazy. How are you? What in the... You are huge! How did that even happen? Wow. I feel like the anomalies need more help. Or, like, the tanks need more help. What if I just load Maokai up? If Diana stays close by, it doesn't fucking matter, and she's dead even faster. Oh, we're so screwed. We're evaporating here. That was really bad. Oh, that was really, really bad. We're bottoming out. Probably should have done this sooner. I'm getting nothing out of these guys, really. So the Voyager stuff's not helping. I lose the psionic bonus. Is that such a big deal? Oh, I have to put the anomaly on somebody. This is laughable. We're dead in like another game or two, and we're going to get like 7th. 6th. If we can't get it in gear real quick.
Let's make them notice.
That has to be good for something.
All will know us in time.
Marksman. 75% attack speed. I want to try that here. And then this can go on Misfortune, I guess. just so lacking in power somehow. We are getting, like, definitively stepped on here. We gotta survive this next round.
Kiss, kiss.
And we just start rolling.
Are open. Shine once
Kindred
more
goes up.
to the end. I'm gonna clean this galaxy from the inside out.
Nothing much helpful. It's just really stuck in on him, but it doesn't end up helping us. Unless we beat Big Boss here. Diana can't stay up. Like, it's great on paper, but she just is so susceptible to getting demolished. And that's exactly what happened. We couldn't even beat them. 6th place, and rightfully so. That was pathetic. And why is this over here? Okay, so that's going to cost us 21. So all in all, half a rank up. Not the worst thing that's ever happened. I think by and large tonight was more of a success than anything else, because that was the only real struggle game we had, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm game to call that a win and call that a day. Thanks so much for tuning in. So again, you got our programming notes. We'll have maybe some Next Fest fun, Steam Next Fest on Tuesday for you. More indie games in the works. Again, the 007 First Light video is out. Our longest non-TCG review to date. One of the most elaborate and unfortunately one of the least viewed. So probably no more AAA games or big productions like that for a while on the channel. Sorry. It just seems like that's not where the viewership is. This weekend, we will have full coverage of the Riftbound Regional Qualifier in Hartford, Connecticut. So maybe you kept up with the results from Utrecht. Maybe you didn't, but we'll be there competing in the main event, working with some of the fun creators in the Riftbound community we like working with, and generally palling around and having a good time. And there will be a lot more to come in June, so we're excited about it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lucem Call Me Cheatspeak, and that was just some random TFT for you. Hope you enjoyed. Yay, 7-year bash. We do love a 7-year anniversary, and a little bit of a celebration for that too. It's a good time. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.